Hi everyone, my name is Karen Taylor and I'm the Grounded Gardener. And today we're talking about companion planting with beans. Common beans form a relationship with nitrogen-fixing rhizobia, and through a process termed symbiotic nitrogen fixation, or SNF, they are provided with a source of nitrogen. According to one research article, heirloom beans contain more genetic material to be more effective at nitrogen fixing, but in general, we consider beans we plant in our gardens as nitrogen fixers, meaning they fix nitrogen from the air into the soil, which is then used by other plants around them, especially like heavy feeders like corn. Nitrogen is a key component for leaf and plant growth and is needed for many plants to thrive. So here's where I actually have Three Sisters setup going, which is corn, squash, and beans. So I have the bush beans here in the front, which are beautiful. They get just enough shade in the afternoon from the hot sun to keep them from burning. And so I've got some little beans growing right here. I just harvested, so I don't have a lot of full-size vegetables. And then here is a huge Hubbard squash that's taken over this side. And then I have on the trellis, I have two cantaloupe plants, which I have pinched off. So they should just be focused on fruit right now. And then, as you can see, I've got beans all the way along the front. And then I've got some Hopi turquoise corn in here. So again, this is just one example of how you could plant beans together with other vegetables. Another place I like to grow my beans is with my peppers. Again, they just provide some afternoon shade for the peppers. They don't really get in the way of its growing. You can also see it's with some cucurbits, which are actually the squash family, and those are cucumbers. So these are just fixing nitrogen. Peppers and cucumbers and squash are super heavy feeders. So the beans are just pulling nitrogen from the air and putting that back into the soil. So they're really beneficial together. And then I also have them growing next to my tomato, which really doesn't seem to be an issue. So here you have the full bed in the back corner of my garden. And so here I have beans. I've got some pole beans. These are black-eyed peas that are growing, which are actually beans. And then I've got some bush beans growing along the base. And I haven't harvested this yet. So look how big these are. So beans are nitrogen fixers. That means that they pull nitrogen from the air and put it back into the soil. So they're really great to plant with any of your heavy feeders like squash, cucumber, tomatoes, peppers. Let's see. I think I got all of those. Cucumber, squash, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. That's another one. Just plant them alongside. I like to plant them in the front of my bed, and I got that idea from the Backyard Farm Company. It just looks really pretty that way. You can plant them either on trellises. If they're pole beans, that means they'll grow really long and make a beautiful arch for your garden, or you can get the bush form. And they're also part of the legume family. And for my climate, I'm recommending things like Japanese wing beans, cowpeas, black-eyed peas. They really like a hot climate, but certainly there are pole beans for every climate. And then beneficial flowers that you can plant with beans are nasturtiums, marigolds, and herbs are rosemary and summer savory. So hopefully you already have some flowers in your garden. If you plant them in the corner, so it's kind of the best way to do it. You could also have them in pots nearby, but the strong scent of those sometimes repels pests. And then lastly, just avoid planting beans around sunflowers or anything in the allium family, garlic, onions, etc. There's a chemical in sunflowers and onions that just kind of inhibits the growth of the beans and also prevents them from uptaking nitrogen properly. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button and click like. For more videos and photos of my garden, you can follow me on Instagram at The Grounded Gardener. Thanks for watching.